this video, I am going to configure the IP addresses in Linux Ubuntu system. So for the IP addresses, a list of IP addresses according to the hostel and room wise is given in the computer center web page. If you want to know the IP address of your room, just go on the website of computer center. So I am showing where you can find the IP address of your room. So type in the Google IP address scheme MNIT, IP address scheme MNIT. So here are the list of IP addresses. Just click on the hostel you are residing, whether you are residing in Malvi, Tandan, Raman, or whatever. So for example, I have clicked on Malvi hostel. So here are the list of IP ranges. Room wise are given from where you have to start IP and the last IP is given. For room number 2, for example, start IP for room number 1 is given 172.31.80.31 and the last IP 172.31.80.32 and the subnet mask is 255.255.252 and the default gateway is 172.31.80.1. This is for Malvi hostel. So according to your hostel, you can go through this list and opt for the IP address. Now to configure the IP address in the Linux, just click on this drop down arrow where you will find setting option. In setting option, just click on this. A window will appear. In this left panel, there are a lot of options: Wi-Fi, network, Bluetooth, background, appearance. So we have to concentrate only wired network. So in the network tab, click on. So now there are 3 options for wired, VPN, and network proxy. We are configuring wired. So in the wired, just click on this plus icon. After clicking, another pop-up window will appear. There are 4 tabs: identity, IPv4, IPv6, and security. So in the identity tab, there are 4 options: name, MAC address, cloned address, MTU. So here you have to give the profile name. So for example, I am using NetLab facility. So here I am writing the name of my lab, network lab. No need to give MAC address and cloned address. MTU will be automatic. In the next step, IPv4, there are 5 options. So we are focusing on the manual. In the manual field, click on manual radio button and give the IP address according to the IP address of your room. Give it in the address field. In my lab, I am using 172.31.132. From 2 to 254 any IP. So here I am giving .50 and the net mask is 255.255.252.0 and the gateway is also given 172.31.132.1. After providing these information, address, net mask and gateway, just click on add button. Your configuration will be saved. So now, once you have configured the IP addresses, now it is time to configure network proxy for your system. To, to configure network proxy, just click on this network proxy icon. So here there are three options: automatic, manual. If you want to disable these proxies, then you can click on this radio button, disable. So now we are going to configure manually. So in the manual radio button, click on this radio button. So here a list of proxy servers are available in our institute. So I am using currently 172.31.100.14 and the port number is 3128. So just configure this proxy address and port number for all proxies: HTTPS proxy, FTP proxy, soft host. If you want to ignore localhost, then you can write localhost. After providing these information, click on close button. Now your system is ready to use the internet. When you will open any web page, you will ask a username and the password. The username and the password both are same and it is EDC guest. EDC guest. So in this way, we can configure the network IP and proxy address in our Linux system.